So I can't believe that it is the first week of February already, and it is a nice cold day in North Wales. If you're wondering where I've been, which may be one or two of you on the YouTube channel, then it kind of fizzled out towards the end of last year, which included the Arc of Attrition 100 miler, which I was keeping you updated on. So apologies for that. The short story is, I think in the last video I was explaining that I'd had COVID, then a bit of a chest issue that wasn't going away. Well, that turned out to be a chest infection, which led into me losing Fergie, my dog. So she passed away the week before my birthday in December, which was just horrendous, if I'm honest. Although she was an old dog, well, she was 13, her health deteriorated quite quickly, and that led to at least a week of distress and stress. And what happened is that left me with a condition known as costochondritis, which I had to Google, but the doctor kindly printed some information off, and it is an inflammation in the rib cage essentially and the chest. So I'd been for a run with a friend in the Brecon Beacons to kind of take my mind off things, and on the way home it felt like I was having a heart attack, and the pain for the next couple of days led me to the doctor, which thankfully kind of knew what it was quite quickly after examination. And that just meant that the next few weeks was recovering from that really. After some strong painkillers I could run really easily, but obviously that's not training for 100 miles. I just had to get healthy again over Christmas. We had, it was a strange time because we also went to Disneyland as a family, which was amazing, and took the kids' minds off it, but essentially I was still dealing with grief from losing Fergie, and still am to a certain extent. But obviously there was lots of happy times around December too. It's my birthday when we went to Disneyland, my daughter Winter, her birthday while we were over there, and Christmas. My little boy Wilder was born on Christmas Day. So there was lots of great times in December, but obviously just losing Fergie meant that there was lots of ups and downs in December really for myself, and that just meant I wasn't too creative with YouTube, with social media, even though again ironically, as I was spending the last few days in the vets with Fergie, my Instagram took off for whatever reason. A couple of videos went viral, and my Instagram went from nearly 10,000 followers to 20,000 followers in less than a week. I'm now on 60,000+ followers, which is insane, and I'm very grateful for. But again, it was just not my most creative time. So yeah, I said it was going to be the short story, but I think it's important to give a bit of context, and that although I DNF'd ultimately at the Arc of Attrition, which was the end of January, I did make it to the start line, and I felt healthy again. Not fit so much, but ready for a fun weekend with friends. After 40 kilometres though, once it went a little bit dark and the coastal cold air was hitting me, I could feel my chest flaring up enough to say, right, let's not push our luck, let's live to fight another day. I've enjoyed the day out in Cornwall, and I will come back another time, which I was fine with. So as for YouTube series go, it was, like I say, a complete fizzle out, which I apologise for. And going forwards now, we are heading towards the UTS 165 Ultra Trail Snowdonia, which I am excited for. If one thing a DNF teaches you is that nothing in running is a given, and that it really motivates you, or motivates me for the next one. So I am disappointed about the UTS, but I'm so motivated for the next one, then I'm putting that to good use, I think. And between now, which is the first week of February, and the middle of May when the race is, the focus at first is going to be really knuckling down to fitness, because even though I felt healthy enough to start that Arc race, I soon realised I wasn't really in any kind of good, decent shape, which is understandable, I guess. But then I have to be self-aware and critical to the fact that since the Dragon's back last September, I've been pretty much winging it. I had 6 weeks off with the injury in the Dragon's back, and then since then I've been kind of training but going week to week, knowing that I've got the Arc of Attrition, but with kind of the sickness and all that kind of stuff, I was just working week to week, which is not the best plan if I'm going to take on the toughest 100 miler in the UK. So over the weekend I sat down, wrote myself a challenging plan with some different aspects for a change, and I took inspiration from others and conversations with other coaches that I respect. So I'm trying a few new things alongside essentially marathon training for the first month or so, really setting a good base down for fitness before I move into the mountains. I mean, I know it looks like a glorious day here in North Wales, which it always is, but if you're in the UK, you'll know that we've been hit with all kinds of weather. As for the chest, it's feeling pretty good. I've done some quicker sessions and there was no reaction to it. I'm just going to hold back on the long runs for now and increase the biking sessions for the long endurance stuff. That seems to work okay, and then I will reintroduce the longer runs and bigger hikes in probably 4 to 6 weeks. In April we have the Highland Ultra, which is a 3-day event starting in Knoydart, or around Knoydart, which is part of the Cape Wrath route in Scotland. So I'm a speaker for that event, but I've now also taken the place to get some decent training in as well across the 3 days. So I'll be running that. If wild and remote is on your to-do list and you can get to Scotland in April, I would thoroughly recommend checking Beyond Ultimate out and that event. Although yeah, that sounds like a promotion, but I'm just promoting the area and the race organisers more than anything, because it is. I've been there to speak at a previous event and it is an amazing place. So that is my update really. I know it was meant to be the short story. I wanted to keep it short and sweet so that you know what's happened, where we're going, give me back some accountability for this YouTube channel, because we have got the odd review coming up. I've had some new kit for Montaigne, and these, don't know if you can see them, they are the new Innovate Ultrafly Trail 270 Volume 2 or something similar. Anyway, I'm not sure if you're meant to see them yet, but there is a review coming out for them in the next couple of days as well. So yeah, hopefully hopefully if trail mountain running is your thing, especially, so hopefully that all makes sense, and I will see you on the next video.